Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Wade's Movie World. Of course, you know me. I am Wade. And recently, I got some messages on my YouTube page that were from people who've been watching and listening to my movie commentaries and saying that they really enjoyed my movie commentaries and listening to what I have to say about the movies that I'm doing commentary on, and that they would like to hear more of these commentaries. And to be honest, I hadn't been doing commentaries in a few years, and I decided maybe it was time to start picking that back up along with my reviews and just regular movie talk and movie news and things like that. So I decided late this evening, to do another commentary for you guys. So, wherever you are, I hope you're doing well. If you are driving while listening to me, I hope you have a safe drive either to work or back home from work, or maybe if you're on a trip or something. I hope your drive is going well, and I wish you nothing but safe travels. And to everyone else, I hope you're having a marvelous day or just a fantastic night. And before we get started, make sure you get you something to drink or something to eat, a bottle of water, maybe a Coke, or maybe something a little stronger like an alcoholic beverage or something. For me tonight, I've just got a regular bottle of water, Hill Country Natural Texas spring water. And no, I'm not sponsored by this company, but that's what I'm drinking tonight to keep my voice wet so I can do this commentary and talk to you guys. So, without further ado, we are doing Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. Yes, the very first serious live action Batman movie, which stars Michael Keaton, Kim Basinger, Jack Nicholson, and plenty of other great actors and actresses. So, I am paused at the Warner Brothers Pictures logo just before it goes dark, before the opening credits start. So if you'd like to sync your copy of Batman up with mine, that's where I'm at. And I'm going to be pressing play in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, play. Here we go. Batman, 1989. Okay. The clouds behind the WB logo have gone dark. We are now in the opening credits. Warner Brothers Pictures presents. Jack Nicholson gets first billing, then Michael Keaton, and then, of course, Kim Basinger. We are traveling and going through what becomes the big bat logo or bat symbol. And title drop, Batman. And that brilliant Danny Elfman score. Here we go. Based upon characters appearing in DC Comics. Robert Wool, Pat Hingle, Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian. How about that? Michael Gough, Alfred, and Jack Palance. Gotta love Jack Palance. He was such a great actor. I miss Jack Palance. He was in so many good movies. Casting by Marion Daltrey. Costume designer Bob Ringwood. Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit. He did great with the costumes in this film. Music by Danny Elfman. Songs written and performed by Prince. Gotta love that. Anton Furst was the production designer. Based upon characters created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger. All right, here we go. Fixing to reveal the old bat logo. There it is. Hell yeah. Directed by Tim Burton. Love that bat logo right there. God, it's great. And the way they did this movie, I mean, back in 1989, no digital effects, no CGI. Everything was real. How dirty and grimy Gotham is out there by the Monarch Theater. When I first saw this movie, I thought this very first part where they showed this family, this mom, this dad, and this little boy, I always thought that was the Waynes. I thought that was Thomas Wayne and then Martha Wayne and then their son Bruce. But it turns out not to be, but it's um, like a direct callback to their death before all the action really gets going. That lady was trying to hit on that little boy. Oh my God. Lady in the red and black skirt. Now, see, this father and this mother ought to know better. In a big city like that, that's filled and riddled with crime, you don't go down a dark alley like that, especially at night. That's just stupidity on their part. Be nice, asshole. Oh, I always hated that part. And guess who just saw you guys do that to that family? Someone who's been in that exact situation before. There he is. The dark outline, the shadow of the bat. I like how they just go through the guy's wallet up on the top of a building. The one guy with the cap, he's just like, he doesn't give a shit. And this other guy's scared because he's heard of the stories of Batman. I love how the look he gives when he say, "I heard the bat got him." That's amazing. That's great. There he is. He just slowly glided down. He's fixing to get close to you guys, and then you're going to be in some serious trouble. This is always my favorite part of this film, right here. They look up, and there he goes. There goes the cape. He comes down. Oh, God. It's amazing looking. Shoots him, thinks he's dead. Oh, you just made the biggest mistake of your life, you twerps. Look at that. Oh, God, that's great looking. Michael Keaton looks so great in that mask. Kick the guy through the door and get him with the batarang and the little leash thing. God, that's great. One thing I like in this Batman movie, Batman always tilts his head a little bit. I always love that the kind of head tilt he does. I'm not gonna kill you. God, look at that camera work. I'm Batman. Fuck yeah, baby. Oh God, that's great. Listen to that music. Man. Oh, good stuff. Good stuff. I love it. Yeah. You know Batman's real now, don't you, punk? So now we're at a different scene, same night. They're having like what do you call these things? Like a rally or something. The mayor of Gotham City is talking, and he's fixing to introduce the new District Attorney Harvey Dent, played by Billy D. Williams, Lando Calrissian. And there's one seat up at that table which is empty, and the name tag in front of the empty seat says Bruce Wayne. Well, he's not there. He's busy. Now we're in this apartment with all these big pictures of these black and white photos of this lady with red lipstick. And we get our first look at Jack Nicholson, who right now is the character Jack Napier, but later he will be the Joker. And this lady, I can't remember what her real name is, but in the movie her name is Alicia. She's married to the mob boss Carl Grissom, played by Jack Palance, but behind his back she's seeing Jack Napier. I always liked Jack Nicholson as an actor, but in this film and another, he always plays an asshole. He plays an asshole well. He's probably an asshole in real life, but he sure knows how to play one on screen. Of course, we all know the "you can't handle the truth" in A Few Good Men, which is one of his best movies, but this movie's pretty good too. He did really well in this movie too. See, she comes up behind him and she says, "You look fine." And then he turns around and gives her this go to hell look like, "I didn't ask you." It's like, God, you could at least say thank you. Now we're down that alley and they're uh, taking those punks who Batman just beat up to the hospital. This guy, um, Lieutenant Eckhart, is really supposed to be Lieutenant Harvey Bullock, but instead his name in this movie is Lieutenant Eckhart. And Robert Wool is playing Alexander Knox, a reporter, a newspaper reporter for the Gotham Globe. Everybody in this film does so good. There's not one single actor that brings it down. Everybody does such a great job. See, what the hell was that all about? He flicks his cigarette or cigar at Knox. What a jerk. So, really, Lieutenant Eckhart here, he's going to meet Jack Napier. So, really, he's a dirty cop. He's in line with the mob as well. So just like in the film Batman Begins, we have dirty cops in this movie as well, and there were a bunch of dirty cops in Batman Begins. So some background on this movie for me is when this movie first came out, I was pretty young. I was probably maybe 4 or 5. I can't remember, but I was really young. And I remember I saw some TV spots and advertisements on it, and I wanted to see this movie. And it was in theaters, and my mom and dad said no, it was too adult, too grown up for me. But they let my older brother, who was probably 7 at the time, go with my then cousin who was in high school, Raina. So, Raina, I'm giving you a shout out on this commentary if you ever listen to it. So, she took my brother Brad to see it in theaters, and I was really pissed off because I didn't get to go see it in theaters. This is the only live action Batman movie I have not seen in theaters, and I hope before I die they'll re-release it into theaters and I'll get to see it in theaters. I had an opportunity to go see it in theaters since I live in San Antonio. That first year I was there, they were going to be playing it in concert. So they're going to have the film up on screen and they were going to have a live orchestra in the orchestra pit doing the score for it. And I was about, it was about 2 weeks out from the film, and I get an email saying that it's been canceled. So they didn't ever do it. Thank God I got my money back, but I didn't get to go see it. And I was really bummed about that because I had been anticipating it and just really just gearing myself up to go, and it didn't happen. So now we are back in the office, the Gotham Globe, and Alexander Knox is meeting his new partner for right now, Vicky Vale, who is a photojournalist who is there to do a story and get photos on Batman. So she wants to get the photos, and Knox has been doing the stories on Batman. So they're just now meeting and going to become a team. So I like their team up. I think they have good on-screen chemistry together, both bass singer and Robert Wool. But yeah, I didn't get to see this movie in theaters, which is a bummer. The first time I saw it, we were living in Fort Stockton, Texas, and they had it to rent at the Pecos County Public Library, the Fort Stockton Public Library. And my dad and I just happened to be there. And so dad rented it. And I remember I got through like the first 10 minutes of the movie. I guess I was tired that day. I fell asleep in front of the TV. Uh, didn't get to see the rest of it, but I saw the opening credits and the opening scene where he beats up the two criminals on the rooftop. Okay, now we're meeting the crime boss and the mob, Carl Grissom, Jack Palance. And he's having a meeting with all his mob people, and Jack Napier's there. And he's fixing to give them a very important assignment, but he wants Jack Napier to lead it. And this is where he sets Jack up, and things go awry from there. But yeah, I didn't get to see it the first time around because I fell asleep after the first 10 minutes. But I eventually did watch it the next day, all of it, and I fell in love with it. I became freaking obsessed with this Batman movie. So much so that my mom and dad had to intervene when I was starting kindergarten because I was just a little bit too obsessed with it. And that's when Carl Grissom knows that now his Alicia is fooling around with Jack Napier. And so here comes the setup part. So in the comments, y'all need to tell me what are some of y'all's favorite things about Tim Burton's 1989 Batman. I love everything about it. I love the story. I love the look. I love the sound design. I love the score. One thing that I love about this movie is I love how they took it seriously, and I love the bat suit. The bat suit is amazing, but more than that is the car. Oh my God. The Batmobile is fucking amazing, and it just looks awesome. And ever since I saw this movie, I've always wanted a 1989 Michael Keaton Batmobile that I could drive around town. I've always wanted that car and a Ghostbusters Ecto 1 car and a Ghostbusters Ecto 1A from Ghostbusters 2 car. So, yeah. Okay, so Carl Grissom just called the police department for Lieutenant Eckhart, and that's how he sets up Jack. And that's going to happen here in a little while. Now we're at Wayne Manor, and Bruce Wayne, who we have not met yet, is throwing a little party to save the 200th anniversary festival for Gotham City's 200th birthday or anniversary. And he's trying to get funds to help the city out so they can celebrate the 200th anniversary properly. And so a lot of distinguished guests are there. There's our first look at Alfred, played by Michael Gough, offering Alexander Knox a nice adult beverage. Good for you, Knox. You gave him a tip. That's nice. And here's the beautiful Vicky Vale in a nice, beautiful white dress. It's a big dress. I always liked Kim Basinger. Originally, Sean Young was supposed to play Vicky Vale, but something happened to her. I think she broke her leg or something, and so they brought in Kim Basinger at the last minute. So we're just getting our first look at Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, and he just met, well, sort of met Vicky Vale. I really like his Bruce Wayne. This is one of the funniest parts of the movie right here. That glass was about to fall, and Alfred caught it. He's always looking out after Bruce. I love that. That's great. Great stuff. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. I burped. I hope you guys didn't hear that. Knox is trying to talk to Commissioner Gordon about Batman, and Knox is playing craps. I went to Vegas once, and I didn't get to do everything that I wanted to do. I did, I did do some gambling at the. I don't know what you call those gambling machines where you put the coins in, then you pull the lever. I don't know what those are called. But I wanted to play some blackjack at a blackjack table, and I always wanted to play craps too. And I never could find the right place to do that. So I'd like to go back to Las Vegas one of these days and just do some of that. Just say, hey, I've done it, because every time they do it in movies, it always looks fun. So Vicky Vale and Knox just realized that um, Commissioner Gordon just left with one of his officers, and they got a tip that uh, Jack Napier and his crew are at Axis Chemicals. And now Vicky Vale and Knox are kind of snooping around Bruce Wayne's mansion, and there's Bruce behind them. Realize that, oh, they're in a part of the house they don't need to be in. So he's secretly following them, but he's going to make himself known here in just a second. What's cool is they recreated a lot of this for the Flash movie back in 2023, because um, Michael Keaton's Batman was in the Flash movie. In fact, he was a big part of it, and it was great to see him back as Batman. So now Bruce is meeting Alexander Knox and meeting Vicky Vale for the second time. Uh, this scene's kind of weird. This scene always kind of bothered me for some reason. I don't know why. I think they're the acting is kind of weird. It's not bad. It's just weird. Knox, what was that you just did? Oh my god. The giant bat story. The Batman. So Alfred just told him that Commissioner Gordon left, and they had a little weird exchange back and forth. So now Bruce and Alfred are off to the Batcave. What's weird is, okay, this scene right here, we notice that there's hidden cameras all throughout the house that are recording things, so Bruce can kind of see what people are saying and doing, and maybe figure out where Commissioner Gordon is going. Hope I don't get a copyright strike for this. I just turned the volume up a little bit. Can y'all hear the movie, or are y'all just listening to me talk? So now Bruce just watched some playback footage and realized that things are going down at Axis Chemicals and that Jack Napier's involved, and so is um, Lieutenant Eckhart. I always wondered if Bruce knew if Eckhart was dirty. I wonder if Commissioner Gordon knew he was dirty. Now they've broken into the place Jack and his boys have, and they're trying to trash the place, and they're fixing to find out that they've been set up. And here's where things are about to go wrong for him and his crew. Oh, that score is so good, even in this scene. Oh, here we go. Shootout with the police. Jack's boys versus the Gotham City PD. And now Jack's going up, trying to get away. And then here comes Commissioner Gordon with his police officers. Something that always bugged me right here, Jack starts messing with all these levers and controls and Axis Chemicals. Is like, why is he wasting his time doing that? He's trying to get away, so just keep going. But also never understood it because he keeps going up. Why are you going up? Find a way to get out on the ground floor, dummy. Oh, here we go. There he is. There's the Batman. Oh, God. What a great scene. I always wondered about this scene. I think I'm correct, but I'm not sure. After he shoots that guy with his grappling hook and the cable, I think the cable wraps around the guy's neck as he's hanging there and swinging back and forth. I can't be sure of that, though. It may be around his body, but every time I watch this, from the very first time I watched it to now, I always thought the cable got him around the neck. Maybe I'm wrong. If any of you guys who are listening to this know the answer to that question, let me know in the comments. This place that they're filming the Axis Chemicals in, this is also the same place that they filmed the interior of the atmosphere processor in James Cameron's 1986 film Aliens. So this is the same place that Sigourney Weaver went into when she went to rescue Newt and when most of the Marines got taken out. So Jack's still trying to get away. God, that score, this score music is amazing. It's epic. The one thing about scores today is they don't do a lot of good scores today. I mean, they're good, but I mean, they're not memorable like movies like this, like Batman, Indiana Jones, Star Wars, Superman, just all kinds of films like that. And we don't get good scores like that. I think the best score out there so far in this generation is probably the theme for the Avengers. I do like John Ottman's um, score for X-Men 2, and then he brought it back for X-Men Days of Future Past, and then X-Men Apocalypse. John Carpenter's Halloween is another great score. So Jack just had his first encounter with Batman, and he said to him, "Nice outfit." And now he realized Batman's pulled a disappearing act. Oh, oh, I bet that was a painful death. Jack just shot Eckhart. Oh, I love that shot of Batman right there. God, that's such a good shot. Ooh, that bullet whizzed by his face. See, in that scene too, Batman's tilting his head. I love the head tilt. He's trying to pull him up. Nope. Loses his grip, and there he goes, falling into the vat of chemicals, green chemicals. I think that's toxic waste. I'm not sure though. I love how he covers himself with a smoke bomb, conceals himself, then uses his grappling hook and glides up. I don't care who you are. If you've never seen this movie and you don't love this movie, there's a problem. God, this movie's so good, so good. Well, there's his card deck, and then we see the hand come up, so we know that Jack Napier's still alive. So it's the next day, and Vicky Vale and Knox are trying to get the story at the Gotham Globe. He hung up. This is very good. I'll tell you what, tonight, first I'll take you to dinner and then we'll walk the trail. No can do. I got a date with Bruce Wayne. She just told Knox she's got a date with Bruce Wayne. Jealous Knox. This scene was always weird. This was always a weird scene to me. In fact, one of the last times I was here at home, uh, I was eating with my mom and dad, and I asked Dad to pass the salt because I needed to salt my food. And I got to thinking, I said to him, I was like, "Y'all remember that scene in Batman where Bruce is on a date with Vicky and they're at Bruce Wayne's manor and they're sitting at this huge, long ass table?" And she goes, "Can you pass the salt?" And Dad's like, "Yeah, I remember that." And Mom's like, "I remember that too." I was like, that's always a weird scene to me. I was like, why are they sitting so far apart? Why don't they get to a better table where they're closer together? He's like, you want to know the truth? I don't think I've ever been in this room before. Really, Bruce? Really? But I like how they get out and they go have dinner where they're sitting closer together and they're actually talking to Alfred too. This is one of my favorite scenes. I like this scene. You know, everyone so far who's played Alfred has always done a really magnificent job. And I really like this Alfred. Um, but Michael Caine was a great Alfred. Jeremy Irons was a great Alfred. The only person in a live action Batman movie I did not like as Alfred was Andy Serkis. There was something, he's just not Alfred. He's just Andy Serkis to me. And I didn't like that one because I felt that him and Bruce were always kind of bickering back and forth at each other and they were just constantly at each other's throats. And I was like, this, no, this is not Batman. This is not Bruce Wayne and Alfred's relationship. I was like, the relationship is much more compassionate. You know, there's love, there's understanding there, and this doesn't have it. This doesn't have that. And so, yeah, the 2022 The Batman movie, which starred Robert Pattinson as Batman, it was just, it just, I don't know. That's one thing that really took away from that movie was the relationship of Alfred and Bruce just felt like there was no relationship. It was just two guys bickering back and forth at each other. And I just felt, no. Okay, so now we realize Jack Napier's still alive and he's at this underground doctor and he's tried to help him with his face since the toxic chemicals and the bullet whizzed by his face. And so he's tried to help him um, heal it and do whatever he can to make it look as normal as possible again. So now he's looking at himself in the mirror. One thing I love about this scene right here is we don't see the face yet. We see uh, Jack Napier. You can hear the Joker laugh. But we see him from the back, silhouetted. You don't see his face or anything yet, which I think that's good. They're going to keep it in shadow for a little bit longer before they do the reveal of the Joker face. And that was always cool. Oh, listen to that laugh. So this Joker was more like a mobster character compared to other Jokers. Uh, Definitely much different from Heath Ledger's Joker, if I can talk correctly. Oh, so they're fixing to go upstairs and probably have some sex. Vicky and Bruce. I think that's kind of foreshadowing when she loses her shoes at the end of the movie in the church. Okay, so Carl Grissom is still around. He just got out of the shower or something. And then he sees this silhouetted figure at the elevator. Now he realizes Jack is alive, and Jack knows that he was set up. I love how they keep him in silhouette, but you can kind of see the face a little bit. That's great. The shots and the filming of this movie are just, oh, they're fantastic. Grissom's like, oh shit. Here we go. Here comes the reveal. Comes into the light, and there's the white face, red lipstick, and green hair. During an interview for this movie, um, Jack Nicholson was saying it was his idea. It's like to Tim Burton. He's like, well, what if the Joker just kept shooting him? It's like, what if I shoot him again? Then again here, and again there. So yeah, that was his idea because I think originally he was just going to shoot him once, maybe twice, and Jack Nicholson was like, Jack Nicholson was like, well, let's have him, shoot him more than twice, like from different angles and different, hand positions, arm positions. So yeah, that was his idea, which was really cool. And now we're back to Vicky and Bruce, who are sharing a bed together later on in the night. Okay, I didn't quite get this right here. She hears something. She wakes up, she opens her eyes, and she hears this sound. And Bruce Wayne is hanging upside down on this thing like an actual bat. So now we're back to Joker, and he's sitting in Carl Grissom's chair in his office or home or whatever, and reading this newspaper about Batman. Wait till they get a load of me. So they both wake up, Bruce and Vicky, and she wants to spend the day with him, and he's saying that he's got an important meeting and that he's got to go out of town for a few days, which is a lie. And we never really understand why he lied about that. Well, maybe we kind of do at the end. Maybe he's just unsure of, if he wants this relationship to continue because of his Batman duties. Because she's fixing to understand from Alfred that they're not going anywhere. And she kind of gives him this look like, oh, okay, well, see you later. Oh boy. So Alicia's been gone, and she walks in and realizes that Jack, now Joker, has a white face and wearing red lipstick, has green hair, and he's like, "Honey, you'll never believe what happened to me today." And she looks at him and like rolls her eyes back in her head, and she just faints. And now we're into a new scene where he's meeting with Grissom's men and the rest of the mob. I love that Joker makeup when it's looks like uh, a real face, the real skin color, not the white. They did such a great job on Jack Nicholson's makeup in every part of this movie. Oh, here we go. The shake hands part. So whatever he has in his hand, it somehow is burning this mob guy's face off. And his face literally turns into this charred skeleton type face. And now here comes Joker's men. They're basically saying, yeah, you guys work for him now, or else we're going to kill you. So he wipes off the real skin color and reveals the uh, white part on the top of his forehead. And Joker's men, and especially Bob, the goon, his number one guy, looks at him like, what the hell? I'm not big on the color purple, but I do like uh, his purple suits in this movie. It looks good on him. Now, would I be caught wearing a purple suit jacket or purple pants? No, probably not. You'd have to pay me a lot of money to do that, but looks good on him. It's like, you're my number one guy. He's like, yes, sir. Turns around, puts his sunglasses on. The production design in this movie is amazing, and how they did the interiors and they also did the exteriors, and that opening shot of Gotham City back after the opening credits are done. That's actually done with miniatures and matte paintings, and it looks just freaking incredible. I mean, it looks like a real city, a real bustling city. I'm glad you're dead. Now we're back at the Gotham Globe, and Alexander Knox and Vicky Vale are kind of bickering back and forth about Bruce Wayne. So she's trying to learn more about Bruce, and so she decides to go to his house, but without him noticing. And she follows him as he drives out to the city, and she follows him in her car to see if she can learn a little bit more about Bruce Wayne's life and who he really is. Because during the date or dinner, she really didn't get an answer. And when they first met back at the festival, she asked, what do you do for a living? And he kind of danced around the question. Then Alfred came in, so she didn't get an answer then either. So she's trying to do her own investigative journalism, investigative reporting, not just for a story, but just for her own self, because she wants to learn more about who is this guy that she's dating. And so he goes to the spot where his parents were murdered and lays out 2 red roses on the spot where they died. And so Vicky just saw him do that, lay those roses there. She waits till he walks off. She goes over to the roses, then picks them up, and was like, "Okay, what, what's this about?" So this scene, Grissom's men are coming out of City Hall, and they're saying that they have witnesses that Grissom turned over his businesses to this mob guy, but it's fixing to take a turn because Joker's not going to let that happen. So Knox and other reporters are kind of doing an outdoor press conference interviewing this guy. Here's Vicky Vale, and Bruce is there too. I remember this scene was always a little spooky to me. The mimes walking around. Really, you think they're just mimes, but they're not. They're some of Joker's men, so they're uh, doing his bidding. And Bruce is kind of looking at him like, "What in the hell is going on?" Then there's Bob. He's out there taking pictures. So now Joker has shown up. Oh, God. I always hated that part. He stuck a pin in this guy's neck. Wonder if that guy survived. He probably didn't. So now the mimes are shooting. People are taking cover, but there's only one person who's not taking cover. Bruce Wayne. And Vicky Vale realizes she was there, and Vicky Vale realizes he was there, and he realizes Vicky's there, and Knox sees everything. So now reporters are trying to get comments from um, Commissioner Gordon, the mayor, and Harvey Dent. Here's the famous scene where this boxing glove punches out that TV, and he goes on this tirade where he says, "This town needs an enema." I like that. It's probably true. Alfred just said to him, I feel like there's a certain weight that lifts when Vicky Vale is here around us." But then he shoots back kind of sarcastically and says, "Alfred, why don't you marry her?" But I agree with Alfred. She probably helps his mood and overall temperament when she's around. So he's realized that Jack Napier's still alive and is running Grissom's men, and now he's asking Alfred to see if he can get everything the police have on him that way so he can do some research and background information and figure out what the hell's going on. So now we're getting our first look at Vicky Vale's apartment. Nice apartment. It's bigger than anything I've ever had. And she's making a phone call to Knox. And it's asking him to do some digging and pull up some information about why the alley at Pearl Street and Phillip Street is so important to Bruce Wayne. So in this scene, we're back at the Joker's hideout, and I never understood this part because he's cutting out all these pictures, and I never really understood why he was doing that. I mean, what was the purpose of this scene? Why is he cutting out photographs? Is it a hobby, or is it just something he does in his downtime just to kind of quiet his mind, or So now he's seeing photos that Bob took and got developed. One of Knox, and then he's looking at the one of Vicky Vale, and he's falling in love with her. So now he's going to be after her. She's the new target on his radar. I always thought the jackets that Joker's goons were pretty cool with the um, black kind of circular design with yellow behind it, and then the Joker face on uh, on the front of it, and their leather jackets. They're really cool. I liked those jackets. I wonder if they ever made any for like fans of this movie to own. So we're getting ready to find out what Joker's game is, what he's up to, and he's poisoning all sorts of cosmetic products, and they're going to ship out, and they're going to make people sick, and people die. And we're fixing to see the result of that right here and right now on this action news broadcast, one of Gotham City's news stations. So Becky and Harry are the news anchors for Action News in Gotham City. And the top story is um, the death of two models who have used those cosmetic products, and we're fixing to find out that unfortunately so did this news anchor, Becky. So see, it's causing her to lose control and laugh, and uh, kind of losing control of herself. So they go up to her and look at her, and then the Joker commercials start, and their station signals are being taken over. So this is his overall plan. It's kind of a weird plan, but I guess it works for the film. I never had a problem with it. There's probably some people who did. See, look at what it did to Becky's face. It turned her face into like Joker's face with the big smile and uh, white, paled face. Wow. The makeup is so incredible in this movie. Love that Joker. See, Bruce is sitting here watching all this go down on the news channel, and Alfred got the Jack Napier police information he requested. So now he's looking through that to see what he can learn. So there's the three big clues that he's always been interested in: science, chemistry, and art. Alfred, let's go shopping. Yes, sir. So now Bruce is going to go buy all these products and then do some testing and try to figure out what the hell's going on and learn that Joker has been tampering with these products. And so now it's back on Action News, and the new news anchor, along with the male news anchor, they're not wearing any makeup or anything. And so they look pretty rough, especially this lady with her uh, frizzy hair. And now the mayor's going crazy because he wants the 200th anniversary to go great, and Joker's threatening it, and Harvey Dent's trying to work on it to see what he can do to get all this stopped. Uh-oh. So now Vicky thinks she's meeting Bruce at the museum, but nope. Bruce is not meeting her. But somebody else is. The Joker. Mm. Oh boy. Now we see something's gone wrong with Alicia. She's wearing some sort of porcelain mask. Vicky just arrived at the museum that they're supposed to meet at, her and Bruce, but she's going to find out here pretty soon that it's not him that's coming. It's going to be the Joker and his goons. But then somebody else will arrive. Wonder who that could be. So she just got a package that's white. It's kind of got pink and green ribbons on it. It says urgent. And the little note says, put this on right now. And here comes some toxic gas. Oh boy. Everybody's passing out. So Joker and his goons arrived, and now they're going through the museum, ruining all these paintings and these statues and everything else in there, while the song Party Man by Prince plays. You didn't shave. It is brush. And he writes on this one painting, Joker was here. Get around. Black and white, red and green. God, can you imagine how much those things cost, those paintings, and they are just destroying them. Oh, there's a picture online from this movie. It's when they're uh, here in the museum, and it's at this part right here where he says, "I kind of like this one, Bob. Leave it." And the painting in this picture they've changed, and the painting is from Ghostbusters 2. It's Vigo the Carpathian. I always thought that was a funny picture, how someone kind of tampered with it, and instead of the painting that it shows in the movie, in this picture, the painting is of Vigo the Carpathian from Ghostbusters 2. I always thought that was great. So now Joker and Vicky Vale have just met, and he's playing it kind of romantically, and he's looking at all her photos and her little portfolio she was going to show Bruce. So he likes the ones that where she takes that she's taking photos of that represent or show the dead bodies and the skulls and the death photos, I guess you could call them. I love his silky satin purple artist hat. I bet this was an awesome movie to see in the theater. Like I said, before I leave this earth, before I die, I hope I get to see this in theaters. Like I said, there's only only live action Batman I haven't gotten to see in theaters. I would also like to see Batman Mask of the Phantasm, the animated one, and also Batman and Mr. Freeze Sub Zero, the sequel to Mask of the Phantasm, in theaters as well. Um, will that ever happen? I don't know, but I hope it does one day. Um, but I'm not as obsessed with this Batman movie as I was when I was a child, but still, I mean, it's still very nostalgic for me. I don't watch it a lot. I maybe watch this maybe once or twice a year, three times at the most. This is probably the first time this year in 2026 that I've watched this. Oh, they brought Alicia, and she's seeing Vicky is seeing what they did to Alicia. They Joker burned her face with his acid flower, and that's startled Vicky, and she's like, "Okay, I'm not in a good situation right now. I need to save myself and get the hell out of here." He's asking her if she knows about Batman, which she really doesn't know anything. She's just been helping Knox with his story, but she's fixing to see him. Ooh. She throws the water in his face. Oh, it's such good acting by Nicholson. Oh, here we go. God, what a fucking good entrance. God, I love it. Here we go. Batman's here. Save Vicky and save the day. Woo! Ha! Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, baby. Look at that. And that score, that music going. Oh, yeah. Where does he get those wonderful toys? Oh, here we go. Fixing to reveal the Batmobile. There it is. Oh, gosh, she's a beauty. Love that car. I love the sound effects in this movie. Everything from the Batmobile engine to the afterburner to his weapons. The score, God, so fucking amazing. This is an amazing chase scene. Listen to that score. Listen to the hum of that Batmobile. God! The Joker cars are going after it. Now the police have joined in the chase. He uses a cable to help him turn so he doesn't spin out of control. And now the chase has caused a huge wreck. Hit this. These cars hit this like vegetable, lettuce, tomatoes, all sorts of things like that truck, and all that produce and vegetables goes everywhere. Oops. Now Batman and Vicky have to get out of the car because they caused not a wreck, but something that needs to be cleaned up. So now they're running down the alley. Yes, sir. Love it. Shields. I always wanted a Batman 1989 suit. Never had one. I either wanted one just to run around my house with, just to, when I was little, just say, hey, I'm really Batman. But I'd also love one to have for cosplay as well. How much do you weigh? About 108, I think. All right. Hold on, and up they go. Oh, I love that score. Whatever you do, don't let go when she goes up and he falls to the ground. So he gets up on that pedestrian bridge between buildings, so she's safe for the time being. All the times I've watched this movie, I just now, a few years ago, realized it that during that scene they actually pulled off his mask, but they didn't see him because they were shooting up at Vicky, and so he quickly pulls it back down. I didn't realize all these years that they had gotten his mask up. I just recently learned that a couple of years ago when watching this. For the time being, I mean, they're still good now, but I mean, they could have been a lot better had this movie been filmed today. Um, but for 88, 89, these fight scenes were just absolutely incredible. Oh, ouch. Sees Bob with his knife, and he's like, come on. And Bob's like, no, don't think so. Okay, something I didn't understand. Is that her camera? Did she have that on her the entire time? Or did she find that camera up on one of the buildings or something? I guess that was hers. That's one of the kind of plot holes in this movie. You weigh a little more than 108. Oh, really? Let's go. Best sequence right here: the drive to the Batcave, the aura, the atmosphere, the mood of this sequence and scene in these scenes, and the music. Oh God, the music! I'm going to take a moment of silence. Okay, so they've arrived at the Bat Cave. And Vicky's like, where are we? Be careful. And turns on the lights. Sees all the bats hanging around everywhere. And then he's got one in a cage. That's pretty cool. I like how he says they're great survivors. It's probably true. So we're fixing to learn the reason why he actually brought her here. Takes her up to his little control panel where he works. She keeps trying to look at his mask to see if she can figure out who he is. I love that. He keeps kind of turning away from her like, would you stop that lady? God, the lighting in this film, especially in this scene. Of course, every scene, the lighting's great, but the cave lighting is just, oh, it's incredible, especially when he's in uniform. So he's gathered all the information for her and told her to take it to the press.
Some people say the same thing about you. What people? Well, I mean, let's face it. You're not exactly normal, are you? It's not exactly a normal world, is it? Why did you bring me here? Well, you could have sent that stuff to the press yourself. Right. There's something else you have that I want.
So he must have somehow sedated her, drugged her to, one, get the film she had, and number two, get her back to her apartment. Because now we see it's daytime. She's back at her apartment. She's like, what the hell? She realized that he got her film.
Something to you when we make the evening edition.
Just barely. Is it hot?
It's real hot. Yeah, bye.
Copy? Yes, sir.
So in this movie, we've got the Gotham Globe, and in Superman the movie, I've got the Daily Planet. That would have been cool if there had been a team-up movie. We would have seen the Daily Planet newspaper in Metropolis, and then we would have seen the Gotham Globe paper in Gotham. So now Joker's pissed because she got the information that Batman gave her about Joker tainting all the cosmetics stuff, and the news reporters have broadcasted it and given all the information out to the public, telling them what to avoid and what's safe to use. And so now he just shot a TV and he's like, we've got a flying mouse to kill and I want to clean my claws. It's good advice. You might want to listen to Alfred. Alfred just told him as he's sitting there in the cave, was like, maybe it's time you need to tell her the truth that you're Batman. And so he shows up at her apartment, Bruce does, and tries to make amends, or is going to try to make amends. And after setting her up and lying to her, she is pissed and she is not having it. Kim Basinger is a really pretty lady and a brilliant actress, and even today, she's older now and she's still a brilliant actress. I've liked her in not just this movie, but others as well.
I don't know who you think you are. You hurt me. I called you. I called you. And you lied. You lied to me about leaving town.
Well, let me tell you why.
Let me tell you. You invited me out. We went to dinner. I thought we felt something. I trusted you. I even slept with you. I can't believe I
I slept with you. I can't believe I did that. I love that line. He's like, "Look, you're a real nice girl. I like you a lot, but for right now, shut up."
You know how
I told a boss off one time like that, and I said, "You know what? Right now, you're trying to talk, but I was like, you're done talking. Shut up. I'm talking now." It was a fucking principal who took over after my first 2 years teaching elementary school in Big Spring, Texas. The principal who had hired me, she was retiring, and he was taking over for the last uh, 2 weeks, and we didn't get along. And um, this new guy, we didn't get along at all. We had butted heads before, and finally, he just rubbed me the wrong way, and I told him to fuck off. And I was like, "Listen, you didn't hire me, you fuckhead." I was like, "Mrs. Faulkner hired me, so shut the fuck up." Sorry, I went off on a little tangent there, but now guys know why I left my teaching job in Big Spring after that year, after 2 years teaching there, because my
It's okay.
old boss retired and this new guy came in was just a piece of jack shit. So so he's now trying to tell her that he's Batman, and the doorbell's ringing, and this is not going to be a good visitor. She screams, sees Joker, and Bruce is like, "Oh shit, what's he doing here?"
nice place you got. Space.
And Joker's pissed too.
Having dinner. Was a man doing well.
I like how he uses Bruce. He uses one of Vicky's, oh, I don't know what you call it, this little thing to shield him because he knows that Joker's probably going to shoot him or something. So he uses that as like body armor and puts it under his shirt. So he's telling Vicky that Alicia killed herself.
But
I would too. I wouldn't want to stay with a madman like you, especially after you burned my face off. Nope. I'd be like, "I'm out. I'm done." There's something that always bugged me about this scene. Whenever uh, he broke Alicia's porcelain mask in front of her, she kind of screamed a little bit, and then she grabs this glass bowl of popcorn in her hand. I was like, why did she grab that? I was like, what was the point of that? I never understood that to this day. She just grabs this bowl of popcorn. I was like, okay, that was weird. And why was popcorn sitting up there on the um, banister or the shelf above the fireplace? So Bruce revealed himself, and now he's talking to Joker and
crazy. He started losing.
telling him about Jack.
Full of bad wiring, I guess. Clicking straight up here. He's the kind of guy. Into the train. 2 feet.
One of the best Michael Keaton scenes in the movie coming up right here.
Made mistakes. And yet, come on, let's get nuts.
Come on, let's get nuts.
Ever dance with the devil?
Bruce is like, what did you just say? So that just triggered a memory for Bruce when he said that. The Joker said, ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? And Bruce looked at him like, what did you just say? And so that triggered something inside of Bruce, and we're going to see what it triggered here in just a little bit. So right now, everybody thinks Bruce is dead, but he ain't. Bruce Wayne's smart.
I'm only laughing from the outside. My smile is just skin. If you could see inside, you might join for a week.
I wonder if they were laughing a lot filming this movie. I bet they were. Probably like, realize how insane this is, what we're doing. So she found the little shield that Bruce used to cover himself when Joker shot him, and she pretty much figured it out. And she's fixing to find the rest out because Knox found out about the alley, the street corner that she requested he find information on. He found some newspaper clippings that he's going to show her years ago. This is Gotham Globe. Thomas and Martha Wayne murdered. Only child survives. Mm.
Don't get personal.
So he asked her, he's like, what do you think something like this does to a kid? And she stormed off, and she's like, I know what it does now. Turns him into Batman. Sorry, guys, my sinuses are kind of doing weird things to me tonight. I apologize if y'all can hear me kind of making that noise. I'm not doing it on purpose. I've had some drainage here these last 2 days. Hope I'm not getting sick. Now that I said that, I probably will get sick. So Bruce was in the Batcave, and Alfred got a file on his parents, on the death of his parents for him. So he kind of looked it over a little bit, and now he's in the Batcave watching the press conference of the mayor saying that they're going to delay the 200th anniversary festival. But then Joker breaks into the broadcast, and now Bruce is seeing both. But soon Joker's going to take over the entire broadcast. And he's basically going to
He's dead now. He's left me in charge.
talk directly to Batman.
I can't be
So
maybe
getting close to the end of the movie,
one thing I am not.
and we're fixing to find out some very big, very important information. A big revelation's coming.
Come on. Oh, festival. And I've got a surprise in Gotham City. At midnight, I will dump $20 million in cash on the crowd.
So Joker's getting the second phase of his plan going. At midnight, he's going to dump $20 million in cash on the crowd in Gotham. But there's going to be a big catch that we'll find out of that's going to happen as well while that money's being dumped. And Batman's going to have to try to save the day and intervene.
You hear me?
Yeah, he hears you. He's watching you right now, asshole.
I have taken off my
Ooh,
makeup. Let's see if you can take off.
a direct threat to Batman right there. So here's another interesting thing. I don't know if any of you guys out there who are listening know this or not, but the Batcave chair, the one that Bruce is sitting in this movie while he's watching the Joker talk at all his computer and television monitors, that same chair was used in James Cameron's Aliens film. It was the chair that Lieutenant Gorman sat in the APC uh, before the big attacks started, when he was watching all those monitors and commanding the Marines from the APC. That was the chair that Gorman was sitting in, and so they recycled it and now used it for Bruce Wayne's chair in this movie in the Batcave. And so now we're showing a flashback of memories of Bruce's, and it is the murder of his parents, Thomas and Martha Wayne. So that's fixing to happen in just a few seconds. So they just got out of the movie theater. They're walking back to either their car or a taxi or something like that. And then everything changes.
Tell me, you ever dance with the devil by the pale moonlight?
So there's where he heard it, from the guy who shot his mom and dad. And it's none other than Jack Napier, who killed Thomas and Martha Wayne. 2 shots, and the monster comes out of the night, and he says to the kid, Bruce, tell me, kid, you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? And then he disappears. Mm. And now Bruce is realizing, it was you, you son of a bitch. You murdered my family. Uh-oh. Vicky Vale came to see him, and now Alfred let her in the Batcave. Thanks, Alfred.
Tell me if I'm crazy. That wasn't just another night for either of us, was it? I mean, we both got to each other, didn't we?
As he says in Batman Returns, he's like, yeah, I'm sitting there working. I turn around. Oh, hi, Vic. Come on in.
I've loved you since I met you. But I don't know what to think of all this. I really don't.
Look, sometimes I don't know what to think about this. It's just something I have to do
Why?
because nobody else can.
I always like that line. She's like,
I tried to avoid all this, but I can't. This is how it is. It's not a perfect world.
she's like, why do you have to do this? He's like, because nobody else can.
I just gotta know we're gonna try to love each other.
I'd like to. Please help me.
There right now. And I've got to go to work. One of my favorite scenes coming up right now. There's the suit. And the bat awakens. Heck yeah, baby. And here goes the Batmobile, charging through Axis chemicals, about to blow it to smithereens. Gosh, I love that. Machine guns just tear through that piece of whatever it was so he can get inside. Oh, listen to that score. God, that score is great. Here we go again. Shields. Yeah, you guys better run. Boom. There goes the Joker's hideout. Now, this sequence right here, the Batmobile, the real car, actually drove through whatever this was that was actually on fire and blowing up. And they said it was a dangerous part of the shoot. But I mean, look at it; it looks amazing on screen, and it works. It worked. So they did a good job with that scene. Very well done. Very well done. And Batman turns around to his car and sees Joker in his helicopter. He's like, "All right, tonight I'm going to end you." And here come the balloons and the Joker's 200th anniversary float. So he's fixing to get ready to dump 20 million in cash on the crowd in Gotham, but there's going to be something else waiting for him too. Here's another Prince song. I think it's I think the title of it's called Trust. One thing that's cool about this movie is we get to see the Batwing. It's going to come on screen here in just a few minutes. And they actually built Gotham City as a set. I think they built it on the Warner Brothers lot, if I'm not mistaken. Those idiots should know better. I mean, nothing is free. No one would do that. And if they did do that, you'd know there'd be an ulterior motive there somewhere. If someone said, yeah, we're going to dump 20 million in cash on the city of San Antonio or here where my parents live in San Angelo, I'd be like, there'd be a lot of idiots out there, but I'd be like, I'm not going out there. They've got an ulterior motive. No one would just do that. I mean, people are nice, but people ain't that nice. I'm sorry. I mean, I may be dumb, but I wasn't born yesterday. There ain't nothing free in this world. So now Vicky Vale has arrived with her camera, and Knox is there with her watching everything and kind of taking mental notes so he can write the story. He's like, look at this. Gotham's greed. Exactly. There it is. There's the Batwing. Listen to that score. Oh my gosh. Look at that. And that's a model that they built. And it was a huge model. Their shooting model. And man, they did good because it looks like a real freaking plane. And I love the sound effects of the Batwing. It's great. It's time for Who Do You Trust? Money. Who do you trust? Me? I'm giving away free money. And where is the Batman? He's at home washing his tights. Nope, he's right above you in a plane, jackass. So now Joker's goons are putting their masks on, their gas masks on. All right, Joker just pressed the button, so the gas is coming out of those balloons that he's got. I like how Vicky sees it through the camera and she realizes what's going on. I like that POV shot.
Smells gas.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna kill everybody.
Hurry up, Knox. Oh, that'd be scary watching people die like that. Ooh, be horrible. At least Knox is not afraid to fight back. That's one thing I liked about his character. He was like, not. Oh, there he goes. Batman's coming into the city, fixing to fly through and examine what's going on. But yeah, Knox isn't afraid to put up a fight. One thing about Batman in this movie, more in this movie than in Returns, but he does do it in Returns as well. The one thing that makes his Batman work is Michael Keaton's eyes and his lips. His eyes and his lips is what makes the character work in this film. His face just works well inside the cowl. And it works on some of the other people who have played Batman, but for some reason it was just so good, so dark and so eerie with Michael Keaton. Well, Vicky, help get Knox in the car. That way he doesn't suffocate on the gas. Oh, I love that score. Man, the score music in this film's good. So Batman's flying through the city. He's got this contraption on the front of his plane. And with it, he's able to grab the cables of the balloons. And now he's taking the balloons that are poisoning everybody and killing everybody and getting them out of the city high enough to where they'll just float off into space. Yeah, they're your balloons. Well, Batman's got them now, so haha. And there they go. Oh, I hate this part because Joker just shoots Bob for no reason. I'm just like, what the hell, dude? Bob didn't do anything. That was totally uncalled for, Joker. You killed your best man for what? Ah, one of the best scenes of the movie coming up right here. So Batman takes his plane up in front of the moon, sits there for a second, and then falls back. Oh, it's great. God, that's such a great scene. Love it. I don't care what anybody says. This is probably the best live action Batman movie around. I mean, yeah, the Nolan films were good, and I really enjoyed Batman v Superman. I thought Ben Affleck was a great Batman. He's my second favorite Batman, but Michael Keaton is my first. Um, but still, this is still my all-time favorite Batman movie, and Michael Keaton is my all-time favorite Batman, and um, Ben Affleck's the second. Okay, now it's a showdown between Joker and Batman. Love how Batman uses his missiles on the plane and shoots down all of Joker's men and what they're doing. But then he uses his machine gun on Joker and some of the missiles, and he totally misses the Joker. And I was just like, how do you miss? Your little target thing was right on him. So Joker pulls out this gun, this handgun with the longest damn barrel I've ever seen. And it must have some pretty powerful bullets because it messed up the engine of his plane. So now Batman's plane is going down. He slides into that church and it blows up. Now, how Batman survived that, I'll never know, but it was a good scene. Yeah, Batman's hurt, but he ain't dead. Not by a long shot. Can't kill him that easily. Sorry, Joker. So now Vicky saw the plane crash and she's running to see if he's okay. I wonder if he ejected himself at the last minute because she looks in the cockpit and he's not there.
I better get you to the church on time.
So now Joker's with her and is pointing his long barreled gun right at her, and he's fixing to take her up the church cathedral. So we're in the final showdown and confrontations of the movie. There he is. He's still alive. Now he's going to go get Vicky and take care of business. Man, the score is so great, especially at the ending of this movie. I like how you can tell he's kind of hurt a little bit because he's stumbling around a little bit. Batman is. But I love how they kind of keep him in silhouette in those scenes where he's near the pews in the sanctuary of the church. So he knocked over the pews, and Vicky and Joker heard the sound, and Joker turns back like, "What in the hell?" And he realizes Batman's still alive, and he's like, "Oh, crud." I like how Batman's hurt, and he's got like a cut and blood all over his face, and or on the side of his face, and um, you know he's still going. He's not giving up. He's like, "Nope, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to take out the Joker and rescue Vicky." And this always bothered me because where were the police during the whole thing where he was dumping money and poisoning the citizens of Gotham when they were trying to get all that money and cash off the ground? The police were nowhere to be seen. And now that Batman's Batwing has crashed and everybody's gone from the street and Batman's following Joker and Vicky up the cathedral, now the police show up and ambulances show up and fire trucks show up. I was like, where were you guys before? Were you just sitting on your asses, or were you at the donut shops, or what? So Joker is going to use his flower again with the acid, which makes the huge church bell fall to prevent the police from coming up there and to try and stop Batman from getting up there. But Batman's able to avoid the falling bell. Let's go. So Batman's made it up to the top of the cathedral where Vicky and Joker are. And there's also two goons up there of Jokers waiting. God, I love his eyes in that scene. Batman's.
Shall we dance?
This is one part of the sequence I hate because I hate that music that Joker and Vicky are dancing to, and then this black goon of Joker starts attacking Batman and literally beating the shit out of him. And I was like, why did they use that music? Why couldn't they have used the music for the fight? Something better, something different, or just not had any music at all. Just had them just, dancing to nothing, and Batman and this black guy that's beating the crap out of Batman, no music at all. Or better music or a better piece of score except for this nonsense, this bullshit. But yeah, this guy kind of beats the shit out of Batman, but Batman's smarter. And since he's smarter, he gains the upper hand at the last minute, which is always good. But I always hate this scene because this black guy really kicks Batman's ass for a little bit. Joker pulled the trigger on that gun, and it shot out a flag that said bang. Oh my goodness. Come on, Batman, fight back for Christ's sake. Jesus. And he just stands there and lets the guy just keep punching him in the stomach. And he thinks this is where Batman gets smart. He thinks he's tossed him down the bell shaft, but Batman grabs him with his legs and now, hits his head on the bell, and down that guy goes. Well, thank God. That black piece of shit was pissing me off. You don't beat on Batman. Sorry. Not while I'm around.
It's as though we were made for each other. Beauty and beast. Or as anyone else calls you beast, I'll rip their lungs out.
That was always a funny line. He's like, Beauty and the Beast. Of course, if anyone else ever called you Beast, I'd rip their lungs out. So what you're saying, you're Beauty, she's the Beast? Well, no, it's the other way around. You're the Beast, she's the Beauty. Oh, I hated this part where she starts kissing his arm and she gets lint in her teeth. Ugh, this is gross.
Mr. Joker? Beautiful things. So powerful.
I like how she kind of gets his attention away from Batman, which was her plan. Yeah, get him, Batman. All right. I love it because he says what he said to him when he killed his parents, and then when he shot at him in Vicky's apartment, he's like, "Excuse me, you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?" Now Batman's gonna kick his ass. Yeah, baby, get him. Now it's on. Oh, gross. His teeth. I bet that did hurt. You punched that hard rubber on his suit. Bet that did hurt your hand. I like that. I made you. You made me first. Oh, this is funny. We need a guy with glasses on, would you? Huh? Be like, yeah, I would. Poof. Oof. I hate it when he drags them over the ledge like that and they're just hanging there. God, he's gone nuts at this point. Well, that was stupid. Why did she do that? He calls down to her and says, Here, let me lend you a hand. And his fake hand comes off and she almost drops. I was like, Vicky, that was stupid. You should have known better than to trust him at this point in the game. Oh, yeah, that's safe. Dance on the ledge, you idiot. And he's trying to loosen up that area where Batman and Vicky are hanging so they'll drop to their death. You know, the helicopter's coming to rescue Joker. So they just threw a ladder down to the Joker, and so he's trying to get away. Batman's like, "Oh no, you don't!" And use one of his weapons to. It's got a cable on it that attached to his foot, and another part attached to that gargoyle on the top of the church. Oh, yep, it's time, Joker. Or as Chuck Norris says in Invasion USA, it's time to die. And down he goes. The Joker is dead. Now Vicky and Batman are trying to get back up. Nope. Now they're falling. Oh, hurry, Batman. Boom. Gotcha. And now they're just swinging on that cable in the spotlight. I like this. All the police go up to Joker's body and he's dead laying there. But they hear this laughing thing, and it's some kind of weird contraption he's got inside his jacket that makes this laughing sound. They probably thought, okay, weird. I would have thought that if I was one of those cops. Now the city is trying to get back to normal. They're holding a press conference saying that Joker's reign of terror is over. Press conference is held by Commissioner Gordon, Mayor Borg, and Harvey Dent. And now Vicky Vale and Alexander Knox are saying their goodbyes. Received a letter from Batman.
Gotham City has earned a rest from crime. But if the forces of evil should rise again and cast a shadow on the heart of the city,
Call me with a signal.
he gave us a signal.
And there it is, for the very first time, lit up. The bat signal. And Vicky Vale's walking away, and she sees Alfred, and Alfred's going to take her to meet Bruce after he's done doing his thing, which we're fixing to see here in just a moment.
Mr. Wade told me to tell you that you might be a little late.
I'm not a bit surprised.
Mr. Wayne might be a little late. I'm not surprised. Oh, score is beautiful, man. Love it. And we are at the end. Going up the side of the buildings of Gotham City to reveal not only the lit bat signal in the night sky, but Batman standing atop, watching over his city like a guardian. And that's it. That is the movie, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed my commentary and watching this movie along with me. Or if you're just listening to my commentary, I hope you've enjoyed what I've had to say about the movie and my feelings toward the movie and all the stories I've had and everything I've had to say about the film. So now we're just at the end credits, listening to the end credits Batman theme. So what are y'all's thoughts on Tim Burton's Batman 1989? Do you enjoy this movie? Do you not like this movie? Do you like some of the other Batman movies better than this film? Are you more of a Nolan Batman fan, or a Ben Affleck Batman fan, or a Robert Pattinson Batman fan than you're Michael Keaton? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Yeah, this is one of my favorite movies. It never gets old. I enjoy watching it when I watch it. There's nothing that I would change about it. They did a great job of making it back then, and I have enjoyed my experiences with this movie. I just hope one day, and I hope that day is soon, that it'll come back to theaters for one of its anniversaries, and I will get to see it finally in the movie theater. Like I said, I've seen all the other live action Batman films in the theater. This is the only one I have not seen in the movie theater. Well, that one, I haven't seen the Adam West Batman movie in the movie theater, but I'm talking about the serious Batman films. And to me, that started with this one right here. So, yeah, I have enjoyed talking to you guys. And if you're traveling, I hope you are still having a good travel, or if you've made it to your destination, I hope you've made it there safely. And to everyone else, I hope you have a great rest of your day or rest of your night. And I will talk to you all in the next video. Remember that I love you guys. God bless you guys. And I'll see you back here next time. Bye bye.